night, voters made the decision to rename the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard back to the Paseo. The vote was overwhelming in favor of doing so, and that's where we find our Kelly Taylor on that boulevard this afternoon. Kelly, what are people saying about that vote?
Well, Carolyn, that depends on which side you ask, but the common thread for people on both sides of this is that there needs to be a way to honor the late civil rights legend, but it needs to be done with the support of the community. Back in January, the city council voted to rename the Paseo Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and that didn't go over well with people who lived in the area of the Paseo. Many were unhappy with the way city leaders went about the process and say there were not even enough needed signatures of people who live on the street to support the name change. People in the community banded together to form a grassroots organization and collected enough signatures to force the issue to a public vote. Last night, they were successful. The 10-mile stretch of road was renamed the Paseo, and people in favor of MLK Boulevard are now looking forward to other ways to honor the civil rights legend.
You know, anytime you do something against the will of the people usually step up and make their voices heard. So we began to organize right away.
The voters decided that they were not pleased with the name Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard being on the Paseo. And so now my question for the community is, how do we get some form of representation for Dr. Martin Luther King in our city?
Now, we're back here live at 11th and the Paseo, but down at 39th, there are still Paseo signs posted that were never taken down. At 5, I'll tell you how long the city expects it to take before they can replace those signs and how much it'll cost. Live in Kansas City, Kelly Taylor, KCTV 5 News.
Yeah, you wonder what happened to the signs in the first place. Thank you, Kelly, for that update.